right, guys, we got Coach Mac. You guys got us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Rob.
Okay, great. Coach is going to start with an opening statement, and then we'll just go to questions.
Hey guys, it's great to see you. And it's great to be here on a Wednesday, actually, compared to last week. So I think things are a lot better, and looking forward to being able to play at home. Hopefully, we just get a great crowd. I just really think it'll be a great day. Kind of something special with Bailey Smith, former Army Ranger, 4 tours of duty. That's a quarterback on our team, will lead us out on 9/11, carrying the American flag, and talking to our team a little bit about what happened 20 years ago, being attacked on our own soil, and really respecting what the people do that fight for our country and our freedoms. And I'm really excited for that moment. I think it's fantastic. And when these guys are going through what they think are rough times, just go visit with Bailey a little bit. And I think it puts it all into perspective. So we're excited about that. Obviously, a home opener is something special. And really looking forward to getting the people here to see this place and watch the Chips play. Robert Morris is a team, when you watch the games that they played last year, they were able to play in the spring. And then obviously in 2019, the thing that really stands out to me, starting with their offense, they're led by a guy that was actually a GA for us when we were at the University of Louisville, and it's great to see Gabe doing great things. It gives you a lot of different looks and different things that we need to prepare for. I think it's obvious the way that they play, and defensively, it's going to be our ability to handle their movement up front, which we didn't do a great job last week by any stretch of the imagination. And we need to get better at that. So really looking forward to the opportunity.
All right, let's go to questions. We'll start with Jason.
Hey, Coach Mac, it's good to see you back and see you doing well. Playing against a team that played in the spring, do you feel like that might be an advantage for you guys because they've just played a season, or do you feel like it's a disadvantage because they just played a season?
I think really good question. I think, if you look at spring ball and how you go about, and they obviously had a shortened season, but the ability to play some games in the spring, probably, without a full 12-game schedule or whatever that is, I think in some ways may give it a little bit of advantage for some of those teams because, they obviously didn't beat themselves up in a shortened season and yet had an opportunity to get their guys game reps. And I think in some ways with some of those guys that teams that played in the spring is actually an advantage.
All right, let's go to Christian.
Hey, Coach, good to see you.
Yeah.
Glad you're doing well. Hey, I just had a couple of injury questions.
Sure.
Saw that Finn Hogan went down.
And he'll be out for the season. Finn, and I should have covered that to begin with. So thanks for getting that. I'm getting back in my. I got to get that on the routine. Yeah. But Finn Hogan will be out for the season. That broke something up in his shoulder area, but he'll recover fine. He's been out of surgery and he's doing great. We lost Tyson Davis, which may not seem like much to a lot of people, but he's a guy that we were expecting huge things from this season, as it went on. He's got a little knee that he's got to take care of, and we'll get that cleaned up, but probably out for the season. Troy Hairston, who bounced around a little bit with that ankle, we expect him to play, and he'll be doing some stuff today. Other than that, those were the only injuries that we had normal bumps and bruises, just like you're going to have come out of every game. But in this case, we're coming in pretty good.
All right, let's go to Adam.
Coach, I got a couple for you. First, I just want to know, how'd you watch or follow the game? Give us the layout of the Coach Max setup on Saturday.
Well, for those of you who have ever been in my barn, there's enough TVs to catch every game on TV. It was really, really hard. In fact, I told Amy, our athletic director, that might have been one of the hardest Saturdays of my life, and yet I don't know how people do it, because I was worn out by the time that Washington State Utah State game was over at about 2:30 in the morning Eastern, when you start on the recliner at 9 o'clock in the morning watching nothing but football. But yeah, it was. I'll say this, and I sent this to the team in the locker room, and I talked to them, in Monday's meeting about just how proud I was of everybody in the organization, just how proud I was of how they went around their business and about their business and played in the game. I really felt, the broadcast piece, you're not there, so you don't have the, actual in-game feel, but I really felt like our guys belonged. I really do feel in some ways we let it slip away, and yet any of the errors that did occur, the good thing is that they're fixable, and it's something we had to do this week.
And then follow up specifically on the pressure that came in the second half from there. Was that a combination of just what they ran, some missed assignments, or what did you see?
There was a little bit of green dog stuff that probably we didn't, we weren't patient enough with. But the biggest piece is anytime there's sliding fronts, when you make the blank point, it's wherever he's going, that's where it's coming from. And we didn't do a good job of reacting to some of those scenarios. And yet, you're also trying to make those quick decisions against SEC players. So, that's a big part of it. But like I said in the previous statement, there was nothing that is like a fatal flaw. Everything is correctable, and that's a real positive.
All right, let's go to Andy.
Hey, Mac.
Hey.
What did you think of the play, the quarterback play from Sermon on Saturday for his first start at an SEC school, on the road? And I know that you had 9 sacks, and yet you're a play from tying that game or going ahead in that game several times in the second half. What did you think of his play, and what do you think about him going forward?
Well, I think, we all got to realize this is the first time he's really played. I think he threw 4 passes before he got here. And again, I really felt like he belonged. He made some great drive throws. He showed his arm on the coming out, reception to Ja'Cory. I thought he had good command throughout the game. And like I said, I was pleased with his performance, and yet, by no means do I discount D. Rich coming in cold off the bench and throwing a touchdown pass, and that's the expectation. Like I said, I feel like we have a good quarterback room, and we're going to need all of them as the season goes on.
All right, what else we got for Mac? Christian.
I got one real quick. Obviously, the jump from week 1 to week 2 is probably the biggest adjustments that you guys make in the year. Seeing what you guys showed in week 1, how important is it to clean things up and make that big jump this week heading into your home opener?
Yeah, I think rightfully so. A lot can be made, from week 1 to week 2, and what you got to realize, it can go both ways, So, for us, I was really happy with our preparation. In a first game, you actually get, a couple extra kind of practices, than you would in a normal game week, which I think showed and helped us. The thing that I really have been expressing to our football team is, the preparation week to week it's about us. It isn't about the opponent. It's about how you attack each day, how you go about your study, and so you're able to go out on Saturday and play the best of your ability, and that's something we have to do.
And then one more for me. Obviously, an FCS school coming in, they have nothing to lose in that point. They have a chance to make a statement. How do you
Sure.
make sure that your guys don't overlook a school like that coming in on Saturday?
Well, I've been on both sides of it, and it's actually pretty cool. It's cool for them, and it's great for us to be able to go out and play. I think the one thing you got to prepare yourself for is the unexpected, and make sure that you're sound, and more than anything, you got to be really, really good with your eyes defensively, for anything that may be up their sleeve, and that's the important part.
All right, Christian.
Yeah, what can you say about Tim Skipper? I mean, coming in and doing what he did on Saturday and leading troops and that kind of thing. Just having worked with him for so long, and then he gets this opportunity. Just what can you say about how he performed on Saturday?
Yeah, no, we obviously were in touch kind of throughout the time that I could be in touch, and just we didn't miss a beat, and his preparation is obviously, I trust the heck out of him like I do my coaches, and he did a great job of leading this football team, and just the way they went about their daily business, the way they traveled, all the things that go into that the fans don't see, that goes in the preparation to go play a football game, and he was on top of every critical decision that was about to happen. If it would have been analytically on some, go for it on fourth down, depending on what happens on third and some things like that. He was on top of it and ready to do it. And, obviously in game, handled it great. So, but understand this, I wouldn't have expected anything less.
All right. Sneds.
Mac, was that the first time you ever missed a game, going back to when you were playing high school football and everything else?
Well, I go all the way back to little Grizzly football when I was in fourth grade. I've never missed a Saturday, and then you get in Conference USA at that time, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever the game was played on, and then of course in action. So, I guess what one lesson is it's something I kind of talk to our guys about, but it's never really hit me. But like it did this Saturday was, when something's taken away from you, you realize how much it means to you, and that was really telling after 34 years of coaching and whatever the years are as a player. So, it was a real eye opener from that standpoint.
Adam.
Coach, you've stressed the home field advantage. Obviously, went undefeated in 2019. You got beat by a couple of MAC teams in 2020. So for your program to get back into the winning ways, the dominating ways at Kelly Short Stadium, beginning with an opportunity Saturday, what's your message and what are the keys to doing that here in 2021?
Well, part of it goes back to, getting those students back and getting the crowd back and making this a tough place for the opponents to play. And then, in our case, you've got to go take care of your home. You've got to defend what is yours. And Kelly Shorts is all about the Chippewas. And, we've got to play that way.
All right. Anything else for Mac? Good? All
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mac.
Thanks, Coach.